Okay, well, after recording a 25-minute uh, video of explaining our bias and everything, which we were really just going on rants, but we realized our audio was fucked. So now our audio is even more fucked, but it's slightly less fucked than last time. Um, because we're taking audio from a PS5 controller. So we're using a PS5 controller as a microphone today. Since technical difficulties. Okay. So, well, looking at the trade setup. Go this quick. I think we initially looked at the market at around 7. We saw that these highs, all-time highs right here, by the way, were getting swept. Right. So initially, well, naturally, we would want to look for a pullback of some kind. Not a massive pullback. You know, nothing too crazy. Not to all-time lows. Just a pullback. And the smart, educated pullback, proven probable to a fair value gap to an area of liquidity. So an internal low or a fair value gap. In this case, we use both. So looking back at our trade, we'll go back on the replay right here. Good. There we go. Oh well. That is the type of shit that happens. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, what are we talking about then? Well, let's go back. Hopefully we'll miss it this time. That's not it, right. 7:59. We're here. So a minute right before, 2 minutes, I guess, before Asian Open, we had already seen an inverse of a fair value gap at, let me take this off. We had already seen a, we had seen a inverse of this fair value gap right here with this candle. But this is 2 minutes before market open. So as soon as I saw the market opened and I'd already seen this setup, I was like, oh, we might have missed it. Alright, it's gonna leave without us. It's gonna hit this low right here and it's over. Alright. But that was not the case. Because as we saw, this is right. Boom. Now, the cool thing about this is that we had seen a fair value gap right here that was formed by this leg that played into this fair value gap and then inversed. And then we get an immediate respect. So I'm thinking, look, this could be something good, right? So after we saw that could be something good, we're now looking for a higher time frame inversion, right? Since we missed that inversion, we're now looking for a higher time frame one. So we still had this fair value gap of this 2 minute, which we were respecting, but respected this 1 minute as well. So now the 3 minute, boom, 3 minute gets inversed. Okay, not bad, not bad. We could enter right here, and we were actually eyeing an entry right there, but to think about the next candle. This candle opened up right here. We had seen this RR. We were like, I don't know if we want to take that. It was literally like slightly less than that, and we were you know, basically saying that fair value was going to get inversed. Right? Which was the case, right? But it just wasn't too convincing for us. So we wanted to wait for the 5 minute. For the 5 minute fair value gap to get inversed, which is this gap right here. And this gap got inversed right there. So as soon as that gap got inversed, we were like, okay, this is perfect. Literally, like, at this bar, I was like, this is perfect. This is a perfect entry. Well, a perfect plan to trade, because we had already traded into the middle of this, and we were still seeing that we were still bearish. So I knew that naturally we were just gonna go to the fair value gap under it and most likely respect this one. But we really just, I believe we just took the inverse. Yeah, we just took the inverse on this because that was our profit level. But you could have held on to this one just to tap into this fair value gap. This one low right here, which was aligned with that fair value gap. So as soon as we saw this, we're like, well, okay, this is a beast entry. This is a Mr. Beast type entry. So as soon as we saw that it was a Mr. Beast type entry, that is when we entered. Because we literally saw this, I was like, okay, we weren't actually in on the trade just yet. We looked, okay, this could be a manipulation like to go lower. And as soon as we saw a rejection, boom, right? I think we entered in on the trade like right here. Let's see if we can pull this up right here. Back on the 30-second. So we had seen these candles go up. Well, still nothing. This candle started dumping. It was like the 15-second. Yeah. So literally right after that candle started dumping, we got in right about right there. So that this candle dumped, and then okay. Now I gotta wait for another little retracer. And boom. Got it right there. And we just smacked. For a nice onto 1.6, I believe. I think we risked about 900. We risked about 900 on the trade. I don't know, with 15 contracts. So yep, that was ultimately the trade. We entered that. And trade plays out, boom. We get an inverse of that fair value as well, I do believe. Yep. And I mean, this could have also been a better entry. But they're just a plan. Oh man, I don't know what I'm saying. A very good amount of entries in this. And then we could have taken it here. And for a 1 to 3, I would have checked off. Nice one. You would have stopped. You would have fucked. You would have fucked. There's no way you're gonna put that right there. Unless you moved it up there for 1-1. That wouldn't make any sense. But, anyways, this was the trade that we took. We got in. Saw everything that we needed to see. Alright. Let's go pull out our tool again. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just gonna redraw. What about just doing like this? Alright, so that was what we swept right here. It was all time ice. I don't know if I said that or not, but it did in the last video, whatever. Okay. Hello. So initially we were looking for something like this. Boom. You get a push up. Boom. You get a push down. We bounce off a fair value gap. Then we get another manipulation like up. And then that's when we get the inverse. Alright. We expect a little noise right here. Just a little noise. Then that's when we expect this with these. And then price can do whatever from here. I don't really care. Alright. We're not looking for none of this. We're really just looking for this. After this got swept, you're now looking for a fair value gap here that gets inversed. And also a fair value gap that gets formed by this displacement. You can place an entry at a retracement at fair value gap, which was at that 1 minute, which was like 2 minutes right before Asian market opened, and then caught our pretty sweet trade. Well, yep, that is pretty much the end of that trade. We will be recording another video tomorrow if we do take a trade, win or lose. We will post it, we will post our confluences, and we will post a trade recap. See you guys in the next video, Mr. B style.